Hello there, welcome. Today I'm gonna start working on a new cosplay. It is from a new series that has been coming out. Honestly, first episode got me hooked and so far it has not missed. I am talking about Gotcha Kuta. Gotcha Kuta. The character that I have chosen to cosplay is Riyo Reaper, I think her full name is. Here is my amazing drawing of Riyo. Wow, I think in my Nightwing video I said, don't judge me. I swear I could draw. I'm gonna now redact that statement. Here's my checklist. Wig. Wig. Me and wigs. Me and wigs. My issue is I'm kind of lazy, and wigs to me are just like, can be very time consuming to make them look good. But that's like fair, right? Like it's worth the end product 100%. So I think I'm gonna style a wig in this video. My eyes got watery. She has a choker. Well, it's like it's a necklace, or I forget what it is, but all the cleaners have it around their necks. She wears a basic white bandeau looking top, jacket, shorts, oh yeah, the backpack, a little pocket that is on her thigh. She has leg warmers, her shoes, props, but that's maybe. Now it'd be super cool if I did the scissors. Giant scissors. Let's get started. These are the wig options. There's something wrong with all of them. First wig is my Makima wig. To me, this is too pink. Second one, so this one is a Todoroki wig. It's like half white and half red. I feel like this is the perfect red, but it's half the wig. Third option, this is my Revi wig. I think it's just too dark. So this is the wig I initially was thinking I was gonna use, but now that I took it out, it is so bright. I have two ideas. I'm either gonna dye this one darker or do something to make it darker. Or if I can figure it out, maybe I can use this half and blend it in with this wig. I'm in the bathroom because we're gonna do some experiments with the wig. So I read online if you mix water and fabric dye, you can just use it on the wig. I also read you're supposed to mix rubbing alcohol and dye. So we're gonna try both. First, I'm gonna try water and dye. I also have two options for dye. That is from a tie-dye kit. This is green dye, but if my color theory knowledge is correct, green and red should be brown. So if I dye it just a little bit green, maybe it'll just make it a little bit dingier looking. Water. Ooh, here's our solution. I should put gloves on. Yes, these are cleaning gloves, and yes, I have used them to dye stuff before. Hence the green fingers. The question is, will it stay dyed? And also, I just made a mess. Okay, next experiment, we're gonna do alcohol. That's dark. Okay, here's the difference. This is the red, this is the green. I think the green did do something. I'm gonna brush them. So I'll be back. It is the next morning. After a few hours, I managed to finish crimping the wig. Now I have to start styling it. Okay, I just finished parting the hair into sections. So the bangs, the little side pieces. I put it into a ponytail and I'm gonna cut this off. I did cut the very bottom piece and like a few random pieces from the middle so I could blend in all of these. But yeah, I'm gonna cut this off. I'm nervous.
Finally. Okay, this is what I'm gonna use to make the little bun she has in the back of her head. Here is this. Wig update. I styled the bangs. I cut them, I cut the sides, and I finished gluing any extra pieces that I wanted to add on the bangs that were the darker shade of red. I cut the bottom here so that it can look more like a hairline. That's the first time that I've done this, and I think it turned out pretty good. And now I'm working on the bun. Showed this already. This is the loop. The spikes, they look pretty cool. Basically all I have to do is finish gluing everything together. Wig update. Technically it's day 3. Don't look too closely. It is messy, but it looks good. The last thing I need to do is make the center, like, loop it around, but I need to try it on. Okay guys, the wig is done drying. I think it's done. I don't think I need to add anything else. I ended up using E6000 glue because that's what I had. It wasn't too bad honestly, but I think I'm gonna experiment and try to find a better glue for wigs. This is probably the most intricate wig I've ever made. I'm proud of it. This is how the inside looks, by the way. It's still like soft, it's not a hard shell. Next thing on the list is the choker necklace. So I'm gonna make that with, hopefully this works, I'm gonna make it with wire and foam clay. Let's do it. I'm waiting on the necklace to dry. So next thing I'm going to work on is her shirt that I already have. So I think all I'm gonna do is add some gray shadow just so that it can look more worn and weathered and destroyed. Okay, shout out this palette because it has every color. There's the first scene. Does it look cool now? Okay, here is the shirt. And I can mark that off the list. Okay, next thing we're gonna work on is the belt. Luckily, again, I already have a belt. Now, add gray eyeshadow to this as well. Belt is complete. Okay, next thing we're gonna work on is the shorts. Again, I have shorts, however they don't have belt loops, so the only thing I need to do to these is add that belt loops. I finished hand sewing on the belt loops. That one is like super crooked, but that's fine. So shorts are done. Okay, the necklace is finally dry. I just need to paint it now. Okay, here is the necklace all dried. I sprayed a clear coat over it so that the paint will stay. Oh, I got these necklace clasps from Daiso. Moving on, we're gonna work on the leg warmers. I also found these like buckle, what are they? I also found these at Daiso, and I think I'm gonna be using these two. I'm going to paint them silver, and I'm hoping if I mix silver paint with some Mod Podge, it'll stay on this material. Hey, get. Ew, you're chewing my ribbon? Ew. Can you guys see his slobber all on my ribbon? Ew. Okay, here they are. Ignore my sweatpants. It's been several days later. Update on this fabric. It did work and it is orange. I also found some yellow fabric that I had left over from a previous project. I'm gonna dye these two fabrics in some tea to make them a little more sturdy. Finally, I found a jacket. I got it from Savor. Look at it. Okay, I put painter's tape around the parts that I need to paint. I'm hoping that I have enough fabric paint. Ooh, this is empty. I had enough paint for this whole bottom section. You can see. I have this old robe that I'm gonna take fabric from, cut it out so that it fits the arms. I'm also gonna use this fabric to make that harness that she has. I also have these black glue sticks that I was thinking maybe I can use the glue to trace the symbol. Look at the glue. I think it'll work. Can I help you? Oh, you're so cute. Jacket is almost done. The hot glue, I think if I had more practice, is it's pretty cool to use. I like the texture, so I have to sew this onto this. I made it huge, but honestly, I don't care. Well, I have to sew this by hand. Okay, the jacket is done. Jacket complete. Here's the patch. I really like the way the sleeves turned out with that string. And the hot glue is cool because it adds some dimension with the shininess. Jacket complete. Okay, I just finished ironing the strips. It took me longer to flip them inside out than it took me to sew them. This is essentially how I'm gonna sew it together. Am I confused? Yes. Yes. Here it is. Yay! I am now making the pocket. She has a yellow strip of fabric. That is the part that's wrapped around her thigh, and then she has the orange pocket. I cut out all the pieces for the pocket. This is for the little loop. Here is the pouch all done. Okay. For shoes, I'm gonna wear these. Here are all the scraps that I was able to cut from the rest of that jacket. So these, I'm thinking, are gonna be the straps. And then that's the rest of it. This is the last thing I'm gonna make. Probably will do a separate video making giant scissors though. At this point, this video is too long and I'm tired. Finally, we are down to the last. Well, I'm done. Let me show you the backpack. I try to salvage as much of it as possible to make this thing. It somehow worked. I mean, it is kind of small. This whole backside is lining from the jacket. If you're wondering how I made this thing, can you hear it? There's paper inside. I sewed a tube of white fabric. I rolled up some paper. I put the rolls of paper, the tubes of paper in the tube of fabric, and then I bent the paper tubes. And now they're kind of wrinkly, but they still have like a structure. And then I painted it. Now everything finally is complete and I can do the cosplay. Here is my finished Riyo cosplay. Well, as you can see, the cosplay is officially complete. I love it. If you couldn't tell, I love it. The wig, I love. I can't believe I did it. Close up on my makeup. The key, I think, for her look is definitely draw on bottom lashes and then wear long manga looking lashes, and her eyebrows. I had to glue them down. Oh yeah, the contacts. The contacts are so perfect. I'm glad I bought new ones. That is finally the end of this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the cosplay, and like and subscribe and comment something. Comment what your vital instrument would be. What would mine be?